Hello, everyone. This is Paul from Wheel of Games. I was going to do a brief, spoiler free review of the first two pilot episodes of The Wheel of Time. I got to see an advanced screening yesterday. I live in Florida, so I made the 4 hour drive down to Miami to go ahead and watch the first two episodes and meet with the community that was down there and had a great time. I will say that our turnout was surprisingly light. Well, I mean, it's not surprisingly light, but I mean, I know we're as far south as you can get, kind of in the continental U.S. at certain points. I think Texas goes a little further south, but that's beside the point. It's We're very far away from everything, so it makes sense. The entire facility was great. The directions took us straight there. It was a little confusing to find the building, but aside from that, once we saw a mass of people standing outside, it was pretty easy to identify. We get to meet up with a few people, met some people that aren't even finished with the series yet. Met one guy who wasn't even. I think he said he was on chapter 7 of the first book, and that was really surprising. But we did not get like little goodie bags like some of the places posted on social media. I think someone posted about getting Aes Sedai rings, which was insane. A lot of people got real excited for that. But we did receive posters and free popcorn and free drinks, which was pretty awesome. Also, they gave away that thing, which was really cool. One of the guys that we met, his name was Christian. My wife and I were gushing to him, my wife mainly, about how much stuff that we have for the Wheel of Time. And he managed to get that from the people because they weren't advertising; they were giving it away, and he gave it to my wife, which was really cool. We got to bring that home with us. So 8 hours round trip driving, all for what? Was the show good or was the show bad? Well, obviously, I can't tell you either way any of the details, but what I can tell you is the show was good. There's obvious changes. A lot of people in the community that have been following closely when it comes to the information are very aware of those changes. They knew that they were going to be showing up. Some of them, like we've had everything from casting confirmations that rose a bunch of speculation to everybody else. And while we have sat here and dissected the core of this show for the last 2.5, 3 years since it was finally like properly announced as like an actual show with castings and everything else, we had to see it, for the first time. And what can you take away from it? The best thing that I can say that needs like no introduction, I think every other person that's done a brief review of the first two episodes has said the exact same thing. The characters and the actors portraying those characters seem to be the forefront of the story, which is exactly what everybody here wanted in terms of the community. It does not seem like the actors are just people reading lines. It seems like they've invested themselves into the characters. It does not seem like the actors are acting. It seems like they are the characters that they're being told to portray. And I think seeing that level of commitment from the actors is a phenomenal push in the correct direction for the show. I think it's going to make everything substantially better as the years go on for the show, with apparently, according to some videos I saw this morning, confirmation that season 3 has been greenlit, which is insane. But granted, these are 8-episode seasons. I know it takes years for them to film everything, but again, 8 episodes. If you have 3 seasons at 8 episodes apiece, you're only at 24 episodes. Some serialized television gets like 30 episodes, nearly. So it's still a very big deal to see a season 3 announcement potentially, and to see confirmation that Amazon is putting so much behind this. You could see that on the blue carpet with all the live people from Dusty Wheel to Daniel Green yesterday, where, all the actors, it was kind of hilarious to watch them be starstruck. And I think that is, and I don't say starstruck, I don't mean the actual content creators. I mean that the actors were saying, we love your content. And I think that holds a lot of sway in the community. I think that the actors respecting the fan base and wanting to do justice to this series is going to be the biggest push for it going forward. And I think that while there are changes, we were told by Brandon Sanderson 2 years ago there's going to be changes. And no adaptation is perfect. We're just going to have to deal with that. But what I can say is that from what I understand, everything seems to be paced well, and it seems like there's stakes, it seems like there's character growth, it seems like there's chemistry, and it seems like they have a plan and they're going in with a solid plan. And there are moments where you're like, I physically got, a little I physically had reactions to this show. I jumped, my heart skipped, I felt sick at certain parts, but that's just my nature, and I'll go into that more in an in-depth review, possibly on Friday or Saturday, but I'm trying to keep this video as brief as possible. A lot of people have had these things like 2-3 minutes long, and I like to gush about things because I'm nuts about this series, and I've loved it forever, since it's one of the few things that I've been actively involved with almost as long as, other things in my life. Like my time with the Wheel of Time is old enough to drive. So what I can say is that if you are in any way on the fence about watching this show, don't be. I can say that a lot of the things that were expected to be there were phenomenal. Things that we've seen in the trailer were fleshed out, and I can't wait to see the continuation on Friday with episode 3. And also, I will say they gave us a brief bit of teasers. They gave us some DVD content, like what you would get if you bought a DVD for special features, which was kind of cool. We got like a brief little video of that, and on top of that, we also received one of the X-ray things that they teased with the story. So the way that they're tying in the lore with the X-ray stuff, and the way that they're getting to cover basis that needs to be covered, it's going to do phenomenal for brand new viewers. And new viewers means new eyes, means more people that we can talk about this series that we have been keeping in our own little box and been trying to get our friends to watch for years. We can finally come out and say, do you guys get it yet? And it's not that, I hate to be the one I told you so, but it's also a phenomenal feeling to have validation to something that some of us may have been struggling to get people to watch. So I look forward to watching the next few episodes, as I said, and I can't wait to see everybody's reviews and hopes, fears, and aspirations for the future for the series come Saturday. So until then, you guys can always catch me live on Twitch. I stream daily throughout the week, Monday through Friday, and I can't wait to see you. Have a good rest of the day, and see you later.